Yeah, and also we'll continue from where we stopped, and then I think we stopped at here. So I'm just going to repeat what we did the last time, which we figured out this. So the whole bottom line was to get this image to align with this sentence here. So you want it to stop, just for design sake, you want it to stop at the last statement here. So expect we've done this in the last video, so you might just check this just like a review. Then this is the code that we need to add to the this is the code of this image, and this is what is responsible for it. So if we change it here to 70, so 70, I'm just going to increase it to get something. I think this is 68 for this image. It might not be the same for the image that you're using. I'm just saying this so that you could see how this would help the look in a better way. So this was the way it was before. It was 7. It was 100 before, so it was 100 for somewhere around there. So I'm trying to reduce this to 60. I think 60 is okay for this image. So we couldn't find the directory of this file, so I'm just going to put this code rather inside the CSS of the file we're working on. So to locate the CSS folder, just go to my resume, asset, CSS, then start. So I'm just going to click edit. So here is it. So we're going to code. So we can come down, or can go up. We can code it anywhere at all. So I'm just going to say if dot image dash fluid. Just to confirm, go back to our code to see .img dash fluid. So img dash fluid, then curly bracket, enter. Then it will now be max width. Max width column, then 68, set, semicolon, curly bracket, save. So that's it. So I'm going to refresh this, and that's it. So it has, even though we can't find this file, this particular file, in the folder of resume, but I've overwritten this code with this other code in the style, and that's what we have here now. So showing 68% of it. So I'm going to continue. That's how to do that, how to get that done from CSS. So I'm going to continue, go back to my code and index. Let's scroll down. So I'm a programmer, developer, whatever, done create UX, UI design, user interface, and user experience. That's what UI means, user interface. And user experience, designer, web developer. That's true about me. So I'm just going to write something. I code in design content applications. Such a way so by the 14th, 38th. Example. So let me just put this there, and then phone number. City, age, degree. Mm, mm, let's just put that. So email will be share or me at shareira.com. So save this and see what we've done. Fresh. So this is what we've done so far. So I'm just going to continue. So this should be statement. So fact sessions. So this is what is responsible for. The first session is what is responsible for air, and then so facts it might just be, so let me see how we can change this to. So so um so this might be, let's customize this to so this is where we have the row. There's a div here that says row, and this is the row. This is where it started from. So you have a smiling face here, happy point, which we can also still change. So let's go back to the code, and then you have grass, and this is what is responsible for this baby emoji smile. And this, like I said the other time, change any of these emojis very easy. Just look for a short, just look for Bootstrap short code for emojis, and you get other emojis that you need to use. So I'm just going to continue on this, and let's say this is not a client. I'm just going to say front end. So project going to back end. Trains. Just going to leave this as awards. Yeah, so what's responsible for the number count? So here is 232. What's responsible for the number count in this code? So I'll come back to the first one, data percentage, and it's 232. So this is what is responsible for it. So I change this to, let's say, 200. And yeah, so 50. In training, let's say about 100. Now what? Let's say about 5. Save. Then fresh. So that was it. Trainings. So like I said, in the real sense of it, you want to get an image that is close to this. So I'm just going to say short code for So better to go straight to Bootstrap itself so that it's a lot straightforward than going to other websites. So I'm just going to go to icons.bootstrap.com, get bootstrap.com straight up. And yeah, I'm going to search for something that is close to what I'm looking for, the icon I'm looking for. So front. It's already giving me the code here. Of course, I know what I'm looking for. This is the old code, but this is the class that I need. But if I have the class already, which is there already, I just need to type this in front of this, in front of where I have this. So I just need to replace this with. So I'm gonna go first thing I have front end. So the emoji is my so to front. Save. See. So you see, then new journal reach test. I'm just going to type back. I think this should be something. So for the second one, I'm just going to type by. So this is front, this is backend. Then training, let's search for an icon or so here again. I'm just going to type in the search box. So this is the search box and type training. There's nothing like train, so I'm just going to look for something close to training. I'm just going to look for this has something to do with coding. So I'm just going to copy this. So start from here and replace the one I had there. So I have training, headset. With this, then the award, I think that is still relevant to what I'm doing. Yeah, I think that's relevant that. So I'm going to, okay. So yeah, I'm great at what I've done, projects. So I have to rename this because we have skills already. So I think I should rename this to projects. So just go to skill, proficiency, to projects. Continue on skills. So skills. So here is where so HTML, PHP, WordPress, CMS, CSS, JavaScript, then Photoshop. So let's go. So I'm going to say HTML. Let's leave it at 100. CSS. Let's leave it at 100 also. Or let's be modest. Let's say 95. Let me be modest. No, 100. JavaScript, let's say 85. PHP, let's say 90. WordPress, that's 100. Then Photoshop, also 95. So, and then just still leave it the way it is. But since I said I am skilled in designing, programming, and project management. Okay, so let's do it this way. So basically, if you want to touch the text, this is what you touch. Span class, skill, that's the class. I class, VL, then 100%. So this is the text. This is what is responsible for the value. The value here, that's the class, the value. And then, of course, this is a progress bar, row progress bar. Here value 990, here value max 100%. So apart from the test here, actually, what we change here will not have effect yet because we only change the test and not the real value. The real value is here, not the test. So I'm just going to test this. I'm going to save this so that you see. And I'm just going to test this. The real value has not been touched. So this is a typical example. It's 100%, but it's not full because the real value was not touched. This is 90%, but it's still low. This is 95%, but it's still 55% in the real value. So how do we touch the real value? So you go back And of course, if you remember, we talked about progress bar when we were just getting familiar to the tags that are available in HTML. So this is a typical example of progress bar, and this is the real value. The real value is this against the max. So area value now and area value max is it. So for now, for here, this is 100%. This is okay. Yeah. So we have to change this to 100. Something with here, we have to change it to 85 to the real value here. And the same thing here. Quite the same thing there. So 95. So save, and get it. So this 100, this 100, this 100, and then this showing 95. So it's more of what we intentionally want it for. So this is resume. Of course, we change it to right there, yeah. So it will just make sense to change it to right there. This is another section. And this is resume. So scroll, because this the essence of comment. This to indicate that this section has ended. And this is the end skills section. That section has ended, and there's a new section that has started here. And the session ID, the ID is what's responsible for the linking, is determined as resume. And then you have the resume H2. This is responsible for what's showing here. So since we have changed it here to right there, it just would make sense to change it here also to right there. I'm just going to edit this. It's long, so instead of scrolling, since I want to edit the text, I could do that, but I could just press enter. It doesn't really make enter does not really have the effect if it is just text. So for instance, if I save this to still be on a single line, this text will still be on a single line, apart from where it elapses to the end of the page itself that was set to still be on the single line. So I'm just going to keep pressing enter so that to begin now for easier edit rather than scrolling. But if you are okay scrolling like this, why not? Good. So curriculum attain. This is my resume. Save. Yes, done. So refresh, and then there we have it. So we over 10 years. So the statement here is quite innovative and deadline driven graphic designer. Um, uh, So I'm just going to slice this to a web. With over 10 years of experience designing, developing user-centered digital print marketing. With over 10 years of designing, years of experience designing, programming and designing. So I'm just going to leave it that way. So this is supposed to be address. This will be my phone number. So that's a for the summary section. The summary. Here's the summary, and here's where we can change the text here. Some brief or whatever it is you want to save it as. So that's where we can save. Then continue to education. So I'm just going to change this to um, school. We either take it out, don't know what to say, or just leave it blank. Let me just leave that place blank. I'm just going to do the same for almost every one of them. So yeah. I can just put the country here. Just put the country there. Just put the country here. Then so I think on that note, I'm going to stop. Okay, let me finish this. Can I? So I'm just going to say professional experience, city, chief technical officer. Say 2010. So, Lagos. Lagos, Nigeria. So, description must some of the things that I do. Because when that's try to change this to Naira. Just leave it that way. Just leave the fee that way. And then that's all about that. So in the next class, we'll continue from there. And then we'll complete it, hopefully. Then we'll be class on Friday. Then there will be class next week, Monday. So if you want us to complete this, make sure you join the class on Wednesday so that we can as well complete this and move ahead to something more than this. But if you follow this to this particular point, or if you have completed your editing, congratulate you for your starting or finishing your first web page. This is a full functioning web design. If you completed editing it, it's ready to be uploaded, and you could as well upload it. So till we see next class, that will be Wednesday, continue in your programming journey. I hope with this few points, I've been able to confuse you and not convince you that programming is easy and you're on that part already. Thank you. See you next time.